So, how does it feel?
I'm so happy I did this. I'm so happy I did it. I am no longer the plumber with the leaky pipes. I definitely now have embodied the proof. It feels really good.
I guess I'm next, huh?
Yeah, you are. Amsterdam, October 16th. Be there.
So, let me ask you something. For your mother and your parents to allow their daughter to pick that yellow dress and be okay with it, you have to have been brought up in a way that most of us aren't. Can you describe a little bit how your parents raised you and what influence that has in terms of you being able to express yourself?
You ask such good questions. We did not prep for this. My mom was a badass. She was. And as an adult, I can look back and go, wow, how brave was she to sit there in that congregation and watch that little big bird float down the aisle, right? And my mom is not a rebel. My mom is a rule follower. Everything's perfect. You know, she's just, that's my mom, right? So I think it probably challenged her. And I wasn't a challenging child, but I guess in that moment, that was my challenge for her. But yeah, I look back with such full gratitude for her and giving me that space to just be. And I think it's taught me how to be a parent, for sure. She's always reminding me, you know, don't forget your independence, you know, so.
How about your dad? What did he teach you as it relates to self-expression and pursuing what you believe is right?
Okay, how can I say this without cursing? But he didn't give a F. Meaning he didn't care what other people thought. And he was jolly and happy, and everybody adored my father in that church. So no one would ever question him. He was so beloved. And I think he just probably sat there with a big grin on his face saying, yeah, that's my daughter. Yeah.
So you mentioned a few things you did with the Catholic Church. And some of them are you know, pretty important, sounds like. What did the nuns see in you?
What I left out of my talk is that I thought about being a nun because those amazing women taught me so much. They were my feminists growing up, and they fought really hard. And a lot of my favorite teachers were nuns, and a lot of them are not in the church today. But they were definitely my early feminist leaders, and I will never forget their leadership.
So you are responsible for all the beautiful, amazing photography that The Proof has.
Thank
and
you.
you obviously have some experience in photography. Can you share with us a little bit what your inspiration behind being a photographer is?
Yeah, it's about being yourself and really making sure that I can capture the essence of someone's soul on camera. And I don't want them to pretend to be anybody else. I mean, I've been in the online world for about 15 years, and I've had a lot of people come to me to be photographed who want to look just like their mentor. That's the first thing I strip away. I said, you cannot copy that person. That is the most inauthentic thing. So we work hard to try to, exactly style them so they walk their talk. So
you're enabling their self-expression.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I know this obviously because I'm your husband. Can you tell us a little bit about, as it pertains to this yellow dress, which she has it, it's out here.
I have it, I brought it, yeah.
From when you were 8, what's the inspiration behind Soul Sitters?
Oh, wow. Do we want to presence what Soul Sitters is, maybe? Wow, my alter ego is I'm an end-of-life educator. And I wrote a book back in 2010 called The Soul Sitter's Handbook, and how to be with a loved one who's dying. So I was a caretaker for 4 very special women in my life that made quite an influence on me. And I've had people come to me for decades saying, how can you be with the dying? Why do you run towards that? And so I just downloaded what I do, put it into a book, and I get hired to share my soul-sitting secrets.
Can you maybe share what it takes or the energy that is required to do that kind of work?
Yeah. Just show up. Just be there. Be present. Because it's not about you. I'm looking at Andrea. It's not about you, it's about them, right? Yeah.
There's one question that we asked you in a discovery session, and it's, what would you pay to do, right? So if you were to get up every day and have to do the same thing over and over again, regardless if your paycheck is tied to it, what would your day look like?
Everything I'm doing right now. Absolutely. The conversations that we get to have on the proof every day is the best day. Yeah. That's what gets me up in the morning, is the work we get to do on this stage. Absolutely. Thank you.
So there's no exceptions at the proof. The famous question that we ask all of our proofers is, in 3 words, what is your meaning of life?
I really wanted to feel it when I got up here. Didn't want to be canned, but I think it's embrace your individuality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd
Embrace
like
your
to add?
yellow dress, basically. That's 5 words. Yeah. Embrace your individuality, yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Without getting emotional, okay, can this be off the record? I just want to thank you for inspiring me every day and getting to do this work. So thank you.